Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the afternoon session. So let us jump right into it. We don't have time to waste at all. We're looking at 4 to 5 instruments. Okay, so yes, I'll begin with GBP USD. And this is GBP USD on 1 hour. And what we'll notice is that I think we should start with the daily time frame. Let's check it out on daily time frame. Okay, so what we have is that GBP USD on the daily time frame had already broken structure to the downside. You know, after a bit of push up like this that he made, price was able to break structure here. Okay, because price gave a lower low here. You know, price gave a lower low, and so that broke that whatever structure that GBP USD had. And what happened was that price returned to that place, just like I was telling guys in the morning, that most times, once price breaks structure, price will likely return to that place where it broke structure to take liquidity, pick liquidity from the market, from which it will now head to the upside. So price did that yesterday and closed as an inverted hammer. Right now, GBP USD is kind of trading bearish, right? It's very possible that this particular move that we're seeing right now in the market is very possible it continues. It's very possible we get that continued sell, but let's check it out on 1 hour. If you check GBP USD on 1 hour, you can notice that it's currently just around this on a weak support, on its support. And I always tell people though that it doesn't matter whatever support that price is, a support is a support. Okay, support is a support, and so that's why it's something that I will advise that you expect price to break before you continue selling. So what I will also notice from this point is that we have a kind of fair value gap somewhere around here. We have a kind of fair value gap somewhere around here that market has not covered. So it's possible that price could head towards this point here, take liquidity, fill up the gap, and then head towards this. Personally, I expect that price should sell to this particular support here. I expect that price to sell to this particular support. I expect a sell on GBP USD, but I would not just sell at this point, even if I actually expect it to break this support. Personally, I expect it to break this support, but for the sake of trading discipline, I would be expecting GBP USD to buy towards 1.26260. If it buys towards 1.26260, I'll look out for a further sell, and I will be selling from there to around 1.25910. Okay, if it sells around 1.26, if it buys to 1.26260, if it buys to 1.26260, I'll sell GBP USD from there, and I'll be looking at selling to around 1.25910. Okay, I'll be selling to 1.25910. If I'm doing that, I could actually, consider a stop loss, if I'm using that stop loss at around 1.26410. Can consider a stop loss at around 1.26410. So that's my sell. My sell, I'll be looking at my sell at 1.26260 to sell till around 1.2625910. To sell to around 1.25910. Now, apart from that, now, what if price doesn't get to that point and breaks this support, right? If price doesn't get to 1.26260 for me to sell from, I could actually sell once it breaks support at 1.26060. Okay, so once price trades below or sells below, closes below 1.26060, sells below 1.26060, then I can sell further to 1.25910. Once it starts trading, not even close, once it starts trading below 1.26060, I will sell further to around 1.25910. Okay, so that's how I would trade it. Two things. First of all, I would sell GBP USD if it buys to 1.26260. I'll sell it from there. Okay, I'll sell it from there, and I'll be selling till around 1.25910. Okay, I'll be selling to around 1.25910. I could actually have my stop loss for that. You know, if you're into stop loss, I could have my stop loss at 1.26410. Have my stop loss at 1.26410. Now, apart from that, if price closes below 1.26060, if price closes below 1.26060, I could still sell from there to 1.25910. I could sell from there to around 1.25910. Okay, so that's it. That is it. That is how I will trade GBP USD. Okay. Yes, that's what it means. You could do a sell limit at that point, or you could wait for price to get there and then take your trade. That's totally up to you. Okay, so whether you're placing a sell limit at that point or waiting for price to get there and then taking your trade is totally up to you. I'm just giving the prices. Okay, now for GBP, we looked at GBP USD, right? Let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD will be also performing the same feat with GBP USD. Also remember that for Euro USD, we noticed where it broke structure. It broke structure in the market, just like GBP USD. You know, just like GBP USD. Let me show you guys what I mean. On the daily time frame, after price had made this uptrend, so to say, you know, price got to this place, to this high, price made this low, right? So normally price should give us a higher high, but price did not. Didn't give us a higher high, it came and came lower. So we will say that price broke structure around here. So what does Euro USD do? It comes back to that place where price broke structure and is headed down from that point. Personally, I feel like we still expect more sell on Euro USD. Okay, I would expect more sell on Euro USD. But that said, if we check it out, if we check it out, price has done its retracement, currently making a lower low. There is price is so close to a particular support zone. I really wish that we're able to take advantage of this, but we have very few pips before this support here, just like 7 pips or 8 pips. You know, so let's check. Let's look at another dollar pair. Let's look at a dollar pair if we can get more pips, you know, that we can take advantage of in the market. Let me use USD JPY. Okay, cool. So this is USD JPY. Look at it on daily time frame. That particular this resistance here seems to be rejecting price, although price has been dancing around that zone, but it seems to be rejecting price. And why not? It's a place where price has been price has been affected a couple of times. Another thing is that let me see if I use my line chart. Okay, good. If I use my candlestick, I can see that price did like a higher high than this point here, did a higher high. So let me use my RSI, for instance, just the RSI to see if my RSI is reciprocating what price is doing. And I'll zoom in a bit. So if you compare the high of this market to the high of this market, you can tell that it is higher. But my RSI is what significantly is lower, right? So there's a high chance that, you know, price could actually be getting that particular momentum to actually trade to the downside or give a bit more rejection in price, right? But that said, we cannot help but notice that on 1 hour, price has been rejected. They're giving us a hammer and has confirmed it to a bullish candle, right? It's confirming the bullish candle. So it means that there is bullish pressure right now in the dollar. There's bullish pressure. Remember that GBP USD is selling, Euro USD is selling. So that means that the dollar is strong. You understand? So it's very possible that USD JPY actually picks up a buy from you. Personally, looking at this candlestick pattern, looking at how well price has been rejected at this point, I would advise a buy. At least I would advise a buy on USD JPY. Okay. And you can actually look out for an instant buy from current market price with around 30 pips in mind. You know, I could buy from where price is now. I could buy from current, I can buy, do an instant buy at current market price, and I'll be coming out at around 151.550. I'll be coming out at around 151.550. Okay, so I can do an instant buy now, and I'll be coming out at around 151.550. My stop loss for that could be around 150.950. My stop loss could be around 150.950. Looking at this wonderful candlestick, this thing like this, I think I'll advise a further buy for USD JPY. I'm buying at current market price, and I'm buying to around 151.550. That's where I will be buying to. Okay. So that is currencies. We're just going to look at two currencies. Let's go to, we looked at gold already in the morning, and I think that gold did not hit the exact take profits that we wanted, but we got a very bullish move in gold. And I'll just go ahead and explain myself again for those persons who are not here. Remember that we are more interested in why, okay, than the entries. Well, me, I'm more interested in why than the entries. After this morning session I've had at least 3 to 4 other meetings, consulting and looking at the market for and all that. But what I always tell people as much as possible is you need to know the why. Okay, need to know the why. If you know the why, you're unstoppable. You can learn, you can do it yourself. You don't need to be so dependent on indicators, dependent on somebody to give you signal and all that. Of course, those things are good, and we'll try as much as possible to provide those support as much as we can. You understand? But I feel like one of the best things that we do is to show you why, not just send you the entry. Now, this is what I'm explaining about gold. We looked at gold this morning, and we said that you will notice that even on the daily time frame, price has been closing high. Like the lowest point of these candlesticks have been higher. They've been higher generally. So it tells us there is bullish momentum in the market, and you'll not be surprised if we get that push up. And we did, and that happened this morning. So there were two types of traders. There were some traders who I said could actually buy from 21.82, and some other persons we said they could buy from 21.88. In this case, those persons who bought from 21.82, I want to believe, actually made very good profit. Now, we said we're actually buying to 22,000, but it did not exactly hit 22,000 before it made this level of retracement. That said, the dollar is currently strong, and that's why you see some level of retracement in the dollar. Although we have a high impact news by 11 p.m. One of the FOMC member will be speaking by 11 p.m. That's 11 p.m. right? That's 11 p.m. And we have now, I think we can take advantage of the market now, right? Now, if we check it, let's see. I still feel like there's still room for gold to actually push back to the upside. I feel like there's room for it to push back to the upside. Although we see how on 15 minutes here, we can see that range very well. We can see that range starting from here, how it has been giving higher, higher lows, and from there it did what? It pushed up. So the next time you're in a market and you see a market ranging, but you can see that the market is giving you some level of higher lows, it tells you that there's a high chance that a strong move is going to happen in the market. Can you see it? Can you see how it respects that trend? And then you had this push up in the market. You understand? So that's how it works. So that said, if I'm trading gold, I think that I can go in for my buy above this point here. This point where we have a kind of range here. So I can go in at around 21.89.70. I can buy gold from around 21.89.70 and expect it to return to this place at around 21.95. So I can buy from 21.89 and then I can buy to around 21.95. Or I can buy from 21.90. Can buy from 21.90 to around 21.95. Can buy from around 21.90 to around 21.95. Okay, so that's how I will be looking at gold. If I'm actually looking out for a buy, that's what I will consider. Now, if the strength of the dollar seems to continue and gold, were to continue this fall, this current bearish move, I think a good place to enter the market will be this candle, below this candle here, where we have a kind of doji. This is a doji. This candle here that does not have a body but looks like a hammer is a doji, and we call it a dragonfly doji. So I can go in before that point. I can go in at 2182. That's likely going to be my sell. 2182. Then I could sell to around 2177. Okay, I could sell to around 2177. So I'm looking out for 2190 to buy to 2195. I'm also considering 2182. I'm considering 2182 to sell to 2177. So I have 2190 to buy to 2195. And then I'm looking at 2182 to sell to 2177. For these people who continue dropping entry, is it that you're not listening to what I'm saying? You know, well, I'm out of the comment section. People can have fun there. So yes, that's it. Those are the entries we're looking at. 2199 to 2195, that's 2189 or 2190 to 2195. And then I could also consider that's my buy, right? I could buy from 2190 to 2195. Then I could sell from 2182 to 2177. Okay. So let's move on from there. In the morning, we looked at US 100 and I think we looked at US 500. So we're going to look at US for US in this, we're going to look at US 30. Let's look at US 30 and think US 2000 also. Let me give us a clearer chart. So yes, here we go. For US 30 Dow Jones, some level of retracement has already been done, although as it stands that this morning price has been trading bullish, right? This is the daily time frame, guys. This is the daily time frame, and you can see how price have been trading very bullish. We had an bearish engulfing, and really looking at it on a daily time frame, getting a candlestick like this, I would expect, you know, further sell in the market. Very good sell, because this is a bearish engulfing, and I would expect that kind of pattern there. But the truth is that I think that we just need to understand and accept that these guys are on an uptrend. So the opportunity that comes is for us to wait for the next time US 30 retraces, and then we can take it buy. Well, in this case, if we check it on 1 hour, we will see that price has also been giving us that buy signal where it has been like pushing up, although we've not had a spike yet, but we have it at a weak resistance on 1 hour. Again, we have it at a resistance point on 1 hour here. And what has it done? At this resistance, it has given us some level of rejection. Okay, that's giving us some level of rejection. And apart from that level of rejection, it has come back to test that point. So I have my two zones where I'm going to be trading US 30. Number one zone is going to be above this point here. Okay, that I'll consider buying from above that point. And then number two is going to be below this point here. So I could actually do it above this particular point. Okay, above that point there, and then I could. So my buy for US 30 could be at around 39,870. My buy could be at around 39,870. If I'm buying US 30, I can buy US 30 once it breaks into 39,870. And then I think that I could buy till at least 39,950. I think I could buy from there till at least 39,950. Okay, so that's what I will do. Now for my sell, I think I will consider selling from 39,800. I'll consider selling from 39,800, and I could sell from 39,800 till around 39,780. Okay, so I'm buying from 39,870. I'm buying from 39,870 to around 39,950. That's what I'm doing. But I'm selling from 39,800. I'm selling from 39,800 to around 39,780. To around 39,780. Okay, so let's look at US 2000. Yes, US 2000. Okay, good. Here we have it. So this is US 2000 clearer chart. Okay, so US 2000 doing its own bullish run, currently at a like a kind of resistance point, a point where price has been rejected a bit. But if price is at that point again, look at it. This is US 2001 hour. If price is at the point where it was rejected, just where it did the retracement, it's currently at that point. There's a high chance that it wants to give us a higher high, right? It wants to give us a higher high from that point. So for US 2000 personally, I would be expecting US 2000 to push to the upside. You understand? That's what I'll be looking at. I'll be looking out for a push to the upside, seriously. Now, apart from that, there are two ways I will be looking at buying US 2000. There are two ways I'll be looking at buying US 2000. Say it breaks this structure on 15 minutes. What do I mean? Say that it can trade above. It has not broken structure yet. It is still equal. Okay, US 1000 is still equal. It's still around the same place it was the last time. Look at it here. It's still around the same place it was the last time. So anything that makes it to break above it, there's a high chance that price could actually retrace towards somewhere like this. Price could actually retrace towards somewhere like this on 15 minutes before pushing back up. You understand? So those are two ways that I will be looking at for sell and buying US 2000, right? You see that I'm buying US 2000 from let's say 2105. Okay, see that I'm buying US 2000 from around 2105. Okay, and if I'm buying US 2000 from that 2105, I should be looking at coming out at around 2108. You understand? Here. So if I'm buying US 2000 from around 2105, I should be looking at coming out at around 2108. Either I'm doing that, or let's see where we can look out for our buy entry. I don't want a situation whereby price clips the entry and returns back to the downside. So what I will advise for the buy, okay, a better place to buy US 2000 from will be that 2105. To buy US 2000 from 2105 and then take profit at around 2108. Okay, so I can buy US 2000 from 2105, take profit at around 2108. Now, also, I can wait for price to close. Now, that means the candle has to close above 2109. Once price closes above 2109, I can buy from there to around 2112. I can buy from there till around 2112. I can buy from there till around 2112. You understand? So that's how I could actually look out for it. Apart from buying it from 2105, I can buy once it breaks closes above 2109 till around 2112. Okay, that's what I will consider. Now, any talk of a sell, for me, any talk of a sell on US 2000 will have to be below this particular point. Any talk of a sell will have to be below 2098. Okay, has to be below 2098. Any talk of a sell will have to be below 2098. That's when I'll look out for a sell. But for now, places I'm looking out for is to buy from 2105. If I'm buying from there, I'll buy to 2108. Either I buy from there or I buy from 2109. Buy from 2109 to 2112. To 2112. To 2112. Okay. So yeah. I think finally we looked at oil WTI, and for oil WTI, actually gave us a buy in the morning, but price did not come so low to where we were before hitting profit. Sometimes it happens like that. You're trying to enter price at a very good point. It doesn't really come to where you want it to get to before it moves up. That happens. But as much as possible, you are always trying to pick entry points that are not as risky. You understand? Entry points that are not as risky to you. You understand? So if you look at oil right now, it hits that support, and I would expect that from that support zone there, given how strong that support is, I would expect that price would continue towards this verified resistance here. I would expect that price will continue towards that verified resistance. So what I would do is for oil, I could actually consider continuing that buy from 85.35. I can consider continuing that buy from 85.35, and I could actually buy oil till around 85.80. So from 85.35, I can buy oil till around 85.80. From 85.35, I could buy oil till around 85.80. From 85.35, I could buy oil till around 85.80. You understand? That's how I would, that's how I would trade oil. I'll currently look at it's not been able to break that particular support that is here. It was rejected by that support. So, I would expect that rejection to continue for some time. You understand? I expect that rejection to continue for some time. Okay. So yeah, we have it 2:30 already. Let's go through. I think we did not look at Euro USD. We looked at US30. US30, please monitor your trade, your buy trade. I think buy trade is already active for US30. Monitor it. You will be in profit, so monitor it. Okay. Then gold. We do not have any movement for gold yet. We have gold at 21.90 to profit at 21.95. Then we have our sell at 21.82 to profit at 21.77. Right? That's how we did that. We looked at GBP USD. What did we say about GBP USD? We said that if GBP USD heads towards, if it buys towards 1.26260, if it buys towards that point, we said we can consider selling down. From that point, we can consider selling down from 1.26260. But we now said that if it trades below 1.26060, if it trades below 1.26060, we can just look out for a sell, and we'll be selling from there to around 1.25910. We'll be selling from there to around 1.25910. That's what we said. Like US 2000 from 2109 to 2112, up in smoke, right? Up in smoke. So yeah, there you have that. We're actually looking out for a buy from 2105. We said let it come down towards 2105. Look at a buy, but we also looked at 2109 to buy to 2112. So yeah, that's US 2000. US 30 is in profit. What else did we look at? We looked at USD JPY, right? We looked at USD JPY. USD JPY, we said we are buying to around 151.550. Instant buy to 151.550. I believe that we, at least for USD JPY and US 30, USD JPY, US 30, US 2000, I believe that these are trades that we should already be in profit. So for those persons who are in profit, my advice is to monitor your trade. Okay, monitor your trade. Don't dull, don't sleep, right? So that's a very good profitable afternoon, as our morning was. Good profitable afternoon as our morning was. What US 100 is doing now is what I expected US. This is US 100. What it is doing now is what I expected US 2000 to do. To retrace back, pick up position, and then push towards the upside. But that is what US 100 is in. So I still feel like US 100 will still push up. If you ask me, I feel like US 100 will push up, except if US 100 closes below this point, because this is the last low. So as long as the low is not as low as this place, it is still on an uptrend. You understand? It's still on an uptrend. I feel like US 100 is coming to fill the fair value gap. I think US 100 is coming to fill the fair value gap at that point there. So except it closes below this point, I will not advise to still sell US 100. I will not advise to sell US 100, okay? Except it closes below 18,500, then that's when I will consider selling US 100, okay? But yeah, we did not really look at that. We looked at US 30 and US 2000, and both actually went well, right? So yeah, we will continue again. Let's see, we will continue again tomorrow by 8 a.m. Continue again tomorrow by 8 a.m. guys. Make sure that you join us. We have let's see. We have yeah, it's just the money market review actually tomorrow. Just money market review that we have. But tomorrow we are going to have some fundamentals on the dollar. We're going to have fundamentals by 1:30. We're going to have fundamentals by 3 p.m. So yes, that's the much that we'll be taking today. Please apply proper risk management to all your entries. I want to encourage us. Let us make sure we are here. The meeting tomorrow is 8 a.m. Make sure you're there on time so that you can get as much information as possible. You understand? Okay. But yes, thank you so much for your time. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.